and welcome to another little podcast with me and Lady Next Little and her little friend here. Let's see, let's make sure that we are broadcasting. Yep, now live on my channel. Good. There we go. Right, so let us proceed with the story. It's starting to get a little bit colder now, so I'm wearing something a bit more fluffy and cozy just now. We'll work for supplies. Trader wishes to acquire materials in exchange for your services rendered.
Elita, do you recall the merchant who requested your services as payment for supplies? Well, so impressed was he by your previous effort, he would like to engage you again. The man has presently come to Warler's Echo. If you are willing to take on the task, I will see to it you are duly compensated for your labours.
Getting a glow on. Vicar wishes for there to be light.
I have tasked our mountaineer with excavating glowstone again. Might I trouble you to pay him another visit to see if he has found anything for us? As before, he should be performing his work to the north of Warler's Echo. The way can be treacherous, so do take care with your footing.
Hold my hand warmers. Warm hands work more swiftly, or so Viorga believes.
Ah, Elita, it is time once again for a few of our hand warmer components to be replaced. Might I request your assistance? We must ensure the warmers remain at a reasonable temperature, so I'd like to entrust you with the creation of new parts. Sarkor possesses the materials for the job. Simply ask and she shall provide. Hear about the hand warmers, yes? Very good. I'm ready to have a crafter like yourself to aid us. Here are the requisite materials, and I have more where that came from if you require it. With them, I'd like you to craft a set of storage pouches. When your work is finished, you'll want to deliver your goods to our supplier. He'll see to it that they find a new home.
Here we go again. Da 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 da. Crafting loggies. Society quests. And warmer components. Synthesize. I am stupid.
Yes, and the business have you with me.
There you go.
see you've brought more replacement components for the handwarmers. I'd be delighted to pass these on to our workers. Thank you, as always, for the assistance.
No worries. Do-do-do-ba-doo. To Warlord's Echo. Elita, it's always a pleasure. This hardly came as any surprise, but your previous creations fairly flew off the shelves. Now then, as Firecracker will have told you, I'd like you to craft more articles of foreign design. This time I seek Eorzean-style wall decorations. 3 of them, shall we say? These materials should suffice for the quantity, but if you have need for more, please help yourself to the contents of that crate. Here we go. Do, 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 do. Ding dong boom. Easy peasy. Crafting goodies. Crafting goodies now. Dear, I hope the requested items are ready. Yep, there they are. Oh, marvelous. These are bound to fetch a high price. Here, please accept these supplies as payment for your services. The Voyager will find they're more than what we agreed on, but in light of what you provided, it's only fair. You have my heartfelt thanks. Yay! Let's fly! Go, my snow pop! Go! Where are you? You're around here somewhere. Oh, there you are.
Ah, it's you again. Here for the glowstone, I take it. You may take this with you. Should Voyager require more, I should be glad to provide. These old bones may creak more than they used to, but I consider it my little way of contributing to the cause. I am counting on your success. We all are.
Hello! Let's get these delivered to the place they need to go, and then we should get a rank up quest.
Ah, you have returned. Does everything proceed smoothly with the merchant?
Set of construction supplies required for the restoration of Cigarette the Open-Armed.
Goodness me, this is far more supplies than I was expecting. If this is what's considered fair payment, then your work must have been impressive indeed. With foreigners being regarded more favorably of late, decorating one's home in foreign fashion has apparently become commonplace. For the merchant to invest in this venture, he must have had confidence in your familiarity with the arts from across the Salt. The Bello never ceased to amaze me, with their eye for opportunity, and thanks to your capable cooperation, we were able to secure a generous amount of supplies. Should the merchant return with another request, I hope that we can depend on your expertise again.
Getting a clue.
Did the mountaineer have glowstone for us?
An exceptionally pure glowstone required for the restoration of Ziggurat the Open-Armed.
Well now, this is a fine specimen indeed, of a quality befitting ceremonial use. It is very generous of him to yield such. Perhaps you already know this, but we Yokoi have a ritual whereby we prolong the radiance of glowstone by sprinkling it with salt water imbued with prayers. Those prayers harbor the desire for our lives to endure in serenity, just like the stone's radiant gentle glow. I shall pray for the same as I put this glowstone into use to our work. My thanks for the delivery, Elita. So, you've crafted and delivered the warming components, have you? My thanks, Elita. Laboring in the cold is no easy task, but the warmth you provided means our work will proceed apace. Your support here means a great deal to us all, so allow me to thank you once more on behalf of our project. As ever, I eagerly await your next innovations.
And here's the rank up quest. Still a stone. Farafir seems pleased with how work is coming along, most of it anyway.
Your work thus far has been greatly appreciated, Elita. Each time I look upon our progress, I am impressed anew at everyone's diligence. In fact, we have already moved on to our next step, building the stonemason's workshop. It will be essential to restoring the breathless altar to its former grandeur. Each stone that was swept away must be made again, in the traditional Yokoi fashion no less. Such is the way for all our ceremonial spaces. And since transporting so much stone from Warlar's Echowood only results in broken backs and sore backs, the workshop will be our most vital project yet. I have entrusted its construction to a skilled mason named Girazor, and work was proceeding apace until a certain incident occurred. I have yet to hear the details, but it seems progress is stalled. I mean to go and speak with him, and would be grateful if you could accompany me. It might be easier to solve whatever problem awaits us if we tackle it together. No, this is too much. I must leave. Here we are, Elita. This is Girazor, and as you can see, he is distraught. My words do not seem to reach him. I know not what has happened, only that he is intent on leaving. Perhaps a softer voice than mine might soothe his fright. Might you give it a try, Elita? My words seem to have no effect on him, but perhaps he would listen to a more soothing voice. Please try, Elita. No, this is too much. I must leave.
Girazor is travelling with fear. Try to soothe his troubled heart. Oh yeah, I could do this now, can't I?
Apologies for ignoring your other. I was panicked and barely aware of my surroundings. I should probably explain why. While I was going about my tasks for the day, I caught sight of one of the snow spirits. It pranced about playfully and approached, then pelted me with icy magic. I managed to flee before I was impaled by a frozen spear, but now that I have seen the extent of their wrath, I cannot risk my life working here. I I've warned everyone to be wary of the spirits, but it seems I failed to convey just how dangerous they could be. And while I understand Gyrozo's fear, this attack only emphasizes how crucial it is for us to complete the restoration of the altar. And for that, we need his expertise. Elita, would you come with me to Warlow's Echo to help convince our mason to return? There must be some way to sway him.
To Warlow's Echo we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Time for a little drink. There they are.
I tried reasoning with him, but he seems set on staying put. Perhaps you can make him see how crucial he is to our work. Oh, I remember you. Apologies, but if you mean to convince me to climb back up that mountain, I must refuse.
Remember the importance of our work. All of Urapaka depends on it.
All of Urapaka? I know the altar and ceremony are meant to appease spirits, but... I understand now. If I was taken by surprise so easily, others might be as well. That is what we work for, do we not? To restore peace to Urapaka. Yes, I understand your point. Yet the very memory of that terrible moment sends a chill down my spine that keeps my legs firmly planted here. I understand your feelings, Gyrozo. I feel them too. Yet Dargator was courageous in the face of all that, and so must we be. Dargator? Ah, the one who lived in the mountain before the avalanche. Yes, she once told me that the spirits had been there since ancient times, and wrought calamity upon any who dared encroach upon their home. When our forebears settled there, they were battered by avalanches and snowstorms until they performed the pact for the first time. Ever since, the ritual and the altar it is performed upon served as foundation for a peaceful coexistence with the spirits. Dargator bore that responsibility alone for many years, keeping disaster at bay. Yet she is with us no longer, and someone must follow in her footsteps. I must follow. You take on this burden, even knowing full well the danger it poses. Dargator would have wanted it this way. When she would descend from her home, she would stay with me. I treasure each and every one of those memories. You really must see how Rigotek and the other spirits frolic during the ritual. You'd never think they could just as easily bury us all under half of snow. The pact is all that protects us from that fate, and soon I shall be its sole inheritor. Although I am young still, perhaps it's time to begin looking for a pupil. Oh, I know. It could be you, Faravia. I jest. That was our final conversation. On the way back, she suffered that terrible accident. Had we kept the memory of the pact alive in Warlord's Echo, had we maintained the roads leading to and from the altar, then Dargator may still be with us. Her loss was a tragedy of indifference. Yet the memory of her devotion gives me courage. That and the presence of Elita, who so bravely stood before Valika Marda. Elita? The Elita? You travelled from across the Sultan, lifts right and limb for Tyrell, and you can do that for us. I should not balk doing the same. But I am no fighter. If the spirits were to attack again, what would I do?
Flee to warmth. You'll be safe there.
That indeed may be the wise course of action. The spirits would be loath to enter a warm room, and their will may falter upon seeing so many yokoi gathered together. I think I can manage that with that. Very well, Farafir. I shall return to the hands. Yet before I do, I must confess something. I was so flustered during my flight from the spirits that I dropped my most important tools. They are lost to the snows now, and I fear I cannot work without them. Well, you can see to that, right? Surely a set of stonemason's tools equipment for precise measuring and such crafted by your hands will serve as a fine replacement for what gears are lost. I shall provide you with all the materials you need.
Leave it to me.
I would be in your debt, Elita. Once you've finished, please bring the tools to me, and I will get back to work as soon as I can. I look forward to seeing what tools your hands can create, but I know as well as anyone that perfection takes time, so do not hesitate to ask Farafir for more materials if you need them. I have plenty of spare materials with me. If you run out, simply let me know.
See, Master Mason's tools. High quality uncraftable, so just standard crafting it is.
What do we have here? Might have a closer look.
A set of mason's tools worthy of the deftest hand.
Aha! This is masterful work indeed. Even better than what I had before. In fact, Farafir was right to put her trust in you, and I will follow suit. Now, I should make good on my promise and get back to it. The workshop I built shall be worthy of these splendid tools. Nothing is more encouraging than seeing artisans so eager to test new equipment. Thank you, Elita. I must return to shelter to attend to my own work, but please stop by for a chat whenever you have a free moment.
Do, 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 do.
I am overjoyed Girisaur has returned. His absence would be sorely felt. In fact, I am beginning to think his ordeal was a blessing in disguise, for he works with even more zeal than before. I was even able to tell a story of my time with Dargator, and in doing so give her a chance to lend her strength to the present. Nothing could make me happier.
do 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 do. Yeah. Now we can make traditional stonework here. We can use it in the buildings we repair as well, and with each brick of slate, we draw one step closer to completion. The patterns you see are among those used by our people. Many depict scenes of us living side by side with the snow spirits, and making them has been quite the educational experience. I only hope that Derek is proud to see the progress we have made. I shall continue to work and learn for Director's sake. I encourage you to do the same, Elita. The construction of Mason's work has been completed, allowing for the creation of traditional yokoi stonework. You've achieved trusted reputation with the hands of Cigarette. Continue working with the yokoi to deepen your relationship. New yokoi society quests are available. Yay! And we have more wares too. I am quite impressed by how diligently our stonemasons work. Each one of them seems to carry on Darktor's legacy in their own way. You should have a few words spent by now. You're more than welcome to browse my wares if you're so inclined. What do we have? An orchestrion bowl. I admit fixing gear for now since Ashu has me a little nervous, but I promise to have it back to you good as new. Nobody's taken a special interest in the restoration, and if he's interested, then I'll do whatever I can not to disappoint him. We received a variety of materials from Moral's Echo and beyond. Warfiter and I are dividing them up and getting them into the right hands. With Mason's work restored, there are big tasks and small to take care of around the workshop. It's demanding to be sure, but I find it incredibly worthwhile. A few tools short of a toolbox. Viager is facing a dire tool shortage. Ah, Lita, just the woman I wanted to see. There are shortage of tools at the Mason's work, and I was hoping you could help us short our supplies. This is rather an urgent task, as I would rather not have everyone idle for too long. Go speak with the supervisor at Mason's work and find out exactly what we need. Romance by the Stone. Viagra requires someone skilled at herding absent-minded apprentices. One of our younger workers is off on an errand, but has been gone for some time. He is capable, but tends to get lost in his own thoughts. I suspect this is to blame for his current absence. I have need of his help elsewhere, so if it's not too much trouble, could you find him and give him a solid poke to get him back on track? Every last pebble. Viagra would kill 2 birds with 1 stonemason. Thanks to everyone's efforts, Mason's work is operating at full capacity, but masonry is far from neat, and debris piles up by the day. I was hoping you could help us solve this growing problem. If you're willing, please go to the workshop and speak with my worker there. She should have an idea of what we need to start cleaning up proper. Do 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 do. Meow.
The new dance after the Allies have vanquished the Sky Ruin and defeated the invasion. We may need several players to record these deeds in their entirety. Ah, I see. So this goes like this, and then like that goes like that.
The captivated apprentice is deep in thought. Perhaps a slight poke might wake him from his daydream.
What? You snuck up on me. Why did you do that? Virgo told you to look out for me. Oh my, I completely lost track of time. The structure here caught my attention. You see, I thought maybe I could learn something by studying it. Do you feel it? The majesty which radiates from the stones themselves. Their patterns are intricate, yet without a hint of ostentation. The superior craftsmanship has ensured that their beauty has not faded, even after so many years. Oh, there I go again. I could speak for these for hours still, but I had best return to Voyager. Thank you for reminding me.
Here we go.
Elita, I apologize for letting my fear overwhelm me. The snow spirits do appear on occasion, but I always flee to warmth before they get close. I hope that they come again soon, that we can welcome their presence, and I promise not to abandon my work here until it does.
The crate appears to be filled to the brim with sundry materials, none of which you require at this time.
Voyager said he was sending someone. I assume that's you. We need to deal with debris before it gets in the way of our work. Mind you, I don't mean to simply dispose of it. The fragments can be crushed into gravel for laying pathways or used to build foundations. We can also mix it with limestone to make materials we use for repairs. To that end, I would ask you to take these leftover stone fragments into material we can use to pave roads. If you run out, there's always more in that crate over there. Finished? Wasn't too difficult, I hope.
Loggy crafting log. Salvage stone supplies. A set of supplies made from salvage stone.
Finished? Wasn't too difficult, I hope.
A set of supplies made from salvage stone.
Good, exactly as ordered. The pile of debris is a touch smaller. I made supplies to keep out an efficient use of resources, if you ask me. I'll take these out over to the other workers right away. Tell Warrior Girl I appreciate him sending such capable help.
I need a drink. Doing the Yokoi voices is... what am I doing?
Would you like to see us chisel a stone?
The crate appears to be filled to brim with sundry materials, none of which were at this time. Talk to this person.
You're the one helping us with the tools. I'm glad to have you. We don't expect too many eager hands to join us, and now we have to make them productive. So let's get right to it. We need measuring tools, and lots of them. Luckily there should be more than enough materials in this crate. Finish yet? I hope so. Our workers are getting restless without a task to keep them busy.
Crafting logies, stonemasonry tools. Set as tools required to keep stonemasons of cigarette open armed, working for many days yet. Bang and zoom. We just do this a couple more times. La 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 la.
Finished yet? I hope so. Our workers are getting restless without tasks to keep them busy.
There you go. Set of tools required to keep the stonemasons of cigarette open armed, working for many days yet.
Ah, these will do. These will do splendidly. I'll pass these around straight away.
Go, Griffin! Few tools short of a toolbox.
With the right tools at the right hands, everything seems to be back on schedule. This is among the large projects I have helped oversee, and there is simply not enough experienced stonemasons to meet your demand. So we have begun teaching new volunteers. Such skills are not learned overnight, as you well know, and every mason worth his salt has his fair share of worn-down tools to thank for his mastery. What you made us today will be put through his paces, you can be sure. If we need more, and I have a feeling we will, I hope we can count on you again. Thank you for finding my young worker, Elita. He returned to his duties not long ago, and was quite apologetic. He is young and inexperienced still, but his skill in stonemasonry is plain to see. His boundless curiosity is doubtless to thank for that, but it also caused him to become entranced by the constructs of our forebears. Given our long lives, I normally would not be concerned about such things, but we have the snow parrots to consider, and they will not wait while we remain idle. Thank you for bringing them back to his senses. I suppose you were surprised to masonry is about more than simply breaking down stone, you know. One must learn to use every last pebble. Of course, not being a stonemason myself, I learned that wisdom from our expert. Without people like her, I wager I would still be freezing in the snow. Thank you for your help today, Elita.
Yay! That's so we have something. Character. Reputation. Okay, so currently on 180 out of 720. So 360. 520. No, 540. 360, 540. 720. So 3 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday, next upgrade. So that is the next set done. Let's see, Crystarium. Do. Oh dear, is she bothering you? We'll be on our way in a moment, my apologies. Pilgrimage of Light, the bright-eyed child to regale my mother with a tale. Shares liquid with a distinctive and alluring aroma.
It's true, Mommy. I saw one right over there. It was green and smooth and had big round eyes and a little tail like a leaf and a feather in its cap. Just like the fuzz from my picture books. Mommy, I know it was a fox. Maybe please go and find it. My book says forests are water folk, so I bet it went to the Horatorium. Please can we go? Please?
Hush, child. You're not to go following Fae, is that clear? They'll spirit you away to their kingdom, and you'll never see Mommy and Daddy again. Besides, a fox would never be foolish enough to visit the Crystarium. The guard would have them for frog legs. Now come along. You're shopping to finish and Daddy is waiting.
But Mommy, I did see a fox. It had a feather in its cap.
A fox running loose in the Crystarium would bode ill for the people's safety. It may be best to investigate the Horatorium just in case. There you are.
the damned dry. Burns me up and makes me cry. What to make me whole again? Why, a soul of mortal kin. Lead them on and lead them true to the depths of deepest blue. Ack! I shall not suffer your reproach, madame, standing with my eavesdrop, and with such prejudice. I'll have you know that I am a paragon among Thwath. Regard these charming brown eyes, and tell me my innocence is not clear as mud. What's more, I am come to the Crystarium on official business. Impede my mission, and my master will break their fast upon those shiny scales. I'm warning you. And I shall warn you, Anak Dean of Waters Fair. My good books bent at the spine, my beautiful library flooded, and my pneumo keepers fit to faint. Sins of yours, you old croak. 'Twas your promise of service that brought you mercy, yet here you stand babbling away. Your Majesty. Mistake me not, I remain your dedicated servant. If this Thwath has offended, send them forth, and all is mended. But it is dry, and I am tired, and the air is thick with the stench of mortals. My element is water, and I'm out of it. Should I rejoice in my circumstances? Nay, only fools see providence in hardship. Only babes find novelty in strife. Though I suppose mad blooms find the fun in everything, don't they, Your Majesty? Roll up that tongue before you step on it. Never mind that old leather skin. You, my adorable sapling, are a sight for sore eyes. I have followed every step of your journey. Our bond is as sturdy as it ever was. Perhaps that is why you have found me now, in my hour of need. Errant sin-eaters have been roving ill-meg, you see. Clawing their way out of a ruined church of the First Light. We have yet to investigate further, as the site is warded with charms, repellent to fey folk. Thus I thought to enlist the help of a mortal from the Crystarium. And though it may beg a belief, among the band of troublemakers that owe me penance, Anak Dane makes the most suitable envoy. Being far older than I, and knowing much more about the church, they were meant to enlist and instruct a sympathetic mortal. Why didn't you call me? What's this? You demand to be called upon, after spurning my aid time and time again? Cruel, heartless sapling, how you toy with your poor branch's affections. But as it seems, I've had my revenge. All is forgiven. Now neither of us need hesitate when calling the other. Understood? How delightful! A mortal acquired with nary a befuddlement, and the fairy proverb known, that every king should take their own. May I go now, Your Majesty? No, your service lasts until ill-meg is no longer plagued by sin-eaters.
Lead this woman to the church's remains and await my arrival. I shall see you again shortly, my brave and benevolent hero. Come along, mortal. Tread downwind, and Ecdine the Merry will be your guide. To Wokeldorf we make our way, in Wokeldorf your heart to sway. Still in one piece, eh? The sapling knows where its root grows, deep in the kingdom of rainbows. Now, before we proceed further, just how ignorant are you of the Church of the First Light? Oh, what fools you mortals be! Your minds as soft as mallow, upon which you whet the instruments of your own violent demise. Stay, child, and I'll tell you the tale of a faith, a legion, and a grave. Once upon a time, there was a church that worshipped the light. Its flock believed that, if they were ever victorious, it would wrest them from death's very grasp, to be born anew unto this world. The ranks of the faithful grew and grew across Norvrand, their beloved light, a beacon of hope, ere it turned upon them, scouring the very land, and giving rise to a legion of beasts. The church scrambled to defy these creatures, these devourers of sin, yet the flock's devotion had begun to waver, its quivering sheep terrified of the fate that awaited their mortal souls. As the kingdom of Vorbit fell, they strayed, one by one, into the endless day, leaving their churches to suffocate in silence. Now, in those mausoleums of long-dead faith, bells ring once more. So we must turn a new page on an old fable. Come along, maiden, bark, and bend your trunk to the church at Dremon Field. The rascals await. Quick-handed fae that play game in Aelmeg here, which never laboured in good faith till now. Are you the mortal come to help us? Welcome, welcome! Greetings. Why, it's King Sapling! The King Sapling has come to play! I'm oh so white, and these are my fellows. We've all been very naughty. Not as naughty as the Foise, though. No one's as naughty as the Foise. I'm in charge of watching, and Vanthu there is in charge of trembling quietly. The biggest among us, yet the frailest of heart. That's Tir Marn, but I shan't introduce them. There's no telling what they might do. How now, mad spirit? What changes now about these haunted stones? None to speak of, or whisper of, or whistle at or hoot. The magics that paved the way for pilgrims of Eld are blinking awake from ages of slumber. Like a crusty old eyeball, link, link. Sometimes a senator will come crawling out. The church beyond this portal must be overrun. Vague words prevent us from entering to sever the connection, unfortunately. Fortune's got naught to do with it. In the old days, those light worshippers were always finding reason to shut door and windows to us. And no occasion warranted it so much as the most mortal of mortal ceremonies. Obsequies. Hey. Well met by moonlight, King Titania. 'Tis just as you say. From man's breath, as final rites were spoken, the church would not suffer even the suggestion of fey folk. The precious souls of the faithful were promised rebirth, not an everlasting sojourn into the kingdom of rainbows. Beyond the yew trees lies a land, untouched by mortal hand. Eternal live the fairies there, without rebirth, without prayer. To put a dampener on funerals, were we to steal away the souls of the dearly departed, and so the wards went up. Then we know what's afoot, don't we? They're having a funeral in there, a church rife with sin eaters. The onus of discovery is yours, I'm afraid. You'll lay to rest whatever's being laid to rest, won't you? In the meantime, I will support you in any way I can. First with a gift from the castle vault. These will serve you well upon your journey. My beautiful branch. Your determination is a fierce beauty, my sapling, among the finest I have ever seen. 'Tis too precious to lose to a horde of greedy sin-eaters, so you must call me if ever you are in danger. Begging your pardon, Majesty, but the Church's uncouth words make no exception for royalty. Not even you could blow down those walls, huff and puff though you might. Perhaps, as a pixie my path is barred. The only ones permitted to attend a funeral are living mortals. And the faithful deceased. Among the church's forgotten trinkets, you may find incense of juniper. Burn it and think of me. All shall return to its rightful place, and I will come to you, my sapling. so beautiful. Light and silence. So that's what you mean. Our monarch proud, our monarch great, the fairy king who cheats their fate. Let all who meet them quail and cower, afore Mad Bloom's maddest power. Come, my sapling, you have much to prepare. Return to Walkendorf and attend our hero. Your service pays your debt and aids your kingdom. At last, our campaign begins. I'm eager to learn what the wards protect, aren't you? I don't have to watch out for signatures anymore. They have to watch out for you. Charge with you. First things first, supple trunk. Let's have a closer look at the king's gift. A royal gift in times of need must be greatest worth indeed. That is this, and this is that. Oh, their Majesty's foresight is formidable, or should I say their sincerity is unassailable. Very well, I have the short and long of it. To summarize, the king has gifted you sacred weaponry, arcane weaponry. But I have my own steel, you say. My own magic tomes and instruments of blunt trauma, all useless inside the great churches of the First Light. The chapel walls enforce an armistice, protected by charms that melt aggression from the blade, like butter under midday sun, to which you mortal ornaments will gently caress the sin-eaters before they kill you. The king's gift, however, is immune to the church's spellwork. Allied with your more barbaric instincts, there is little destruction its power cannot realize. In theory, anyway. After gathering dust in the royal vault for this long, these sacramental arms do look a bit limp. Give them time, give them time. With enough use, any weapon will remember what it's made for. I would know. I make a habit of making weapons. In the course of making mischief, I would wager. One more thing. The king thought fit to include a golden censer. 'Twould seem the suggestion to burn incense was not made in jest, though whether the juniper will truly summon Titania to your side is for you to discover. Burn what you find, for what you burn may cause a fortune foul to turn. When all is done and all is said, better to try than wind up dead. Whatever else you find lying abandoned is yours to take. The threat of divine punishment has long since passed. Most likely. If you encounter any artifact you can't make sense of, I'll be happy to appraise them for you. No matter whose. Secrets are simply made to be revealed, are they not? Such scrumptious little truffles. I'll keep my mischief if you keep your mushrooms, deal? A final word of the wise to you, mortal. Although the Church of the First Light may lie in ruin, its chapels are still connected across Northrend by a web of living magics, not unlike your Aetherites. Be not surprised if your journey leads you to further flung lands than you imagined. From chapel door to chapel door, no one can know what lies in store, a blessing or perhaps a curse, upon the long pilgrim's traverse. Follow the stones, royal sapling, and unearth the root of our troubles. It may not be much, but I can carry you to the portal. Save you the walk. Just be sure that you're fully prepared before we go. I promise not to do mischief upon you, royal sapling. This artful artisan is here to help. This punishment of mine is shaping up to be rather exciting. I only thought to say my intellectual curiosity, you see, but I ended up crossing a line, or two, or three. Farewell, sweet good fellow. I'd pray for you were I not a four. If you ever feel overwhelmed, there's no shame in turning back. Were anything to happen to you, the king would... just please be careful. Alright then, whenever you're ready. Welcome's Traverse now accessible. You can enter the deep dungeon by speaking with Vanity. Like I said, I make a habit of making weapons. Where you have the whistle, I've got the goods. Metal tunicle that when struck emits a tone that calls forth your forgiven mimicry. And this imposing horn emits a steadfast tone that summons your pilgrim's protector. Protects the bearer from rain sound but not from pixie mischief. The realm's friendly publication of beauty fashions, hairstyle. Sim Beaver, no love mystery better left than sword. Another tea drinking unit. Open potion. That grants HP regeneration. You want to use the king's gift outside the churches? Maybe when you're older. You want things already, but you've just started exploring, and I don't feel like working. What is to be found in the churches? The ramshackle scraps of lives left behind. Pixies can weave a dream out of anything, but you mortals are picky when it comes to gifts. So bring me ether-rich shards from inside the church, and I'll use them to spin glory out of glass. Neither will I refuse pretty pebbles or glamorous gobs. Whatever tickles my fancy will earn you an even trade. Simply to go beyond views outside churches? Yes, but only with the help of Oswald. The king's gift is glorious, but is dangerously delicate. Left alone for long, it will become brittle as bark. That's where I come in. With a flick of the wrist, I can pluck out its strongest moments and make them last for an age. Whenever and wherever you meet them. Bring me anything curious and more natural and usual, and I'll tell you what it truly is. I delight in all discovery, but let's hope it's something mighty. They may be ruins now, but the churches of the First Light were once a bustle with parishioners and pilgrims, and where people have been, so have their belongings. Among the bits and bobs fallen from loose pockets must hide treasure. Treasure from a sanctum's vault, perhaps. Does not the mere thought of it make your fingers itch? Blessings come in all sorts, in golds and riches, in jewels and glass, in the ruddy cheeks of a smiling babe. The very flow of time that brought you to this moment may in itself be providence. Even a simple stone can be a blessing to some. The significance of any item is bestowed by its holder, after all, and it in turn blesses us with knowledge of its former masters. Such very sweet knowledge indeed. Either some great nonsense afoot, or someone inside the church is throwing a funeral. When you've found out whoever you think is responsible, come and talk to me. Until then, take pains. Be perfect. Adieu. Right, okay, here we go. But by yourself? Oh, please be careful, for all our sakes. I'm level 91, that's fine. there was treasure here. I got a pomander of steel. That looks like a way forward, but it's not. You can tell by the... Hello. That's a point. I didn't have a proper look at the weapon. Cute. Oh, what's that do? Juniper incense burned by the deceased in accordance with the first light funeral practices summons the Fairy King for a blessing of rejuvenation. Juniper incense burned by seized in the occurrence of first light funeral practice summons fairy king to sentence all foes to death. Right. Wait, what's this from? I messed up. Oh well. I think that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Take care. Bye for now.